Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to the case of the Golden Idol. In the last episode, we finished off Book 5, The Intoxicating Dinner Party. Poor Rose Cuba. Right here, she drank some poisoned tonic water. She was not the intended target. Good old Edmund Cloudsley was. The Brotherhood of Masks, that would be the organisation that Willard Wright and Sebastian Cloudsley belonged to. They're a bit miffed at their agent being murdered and the Golden Idol being stolen, so they attempted to assassinate Edmund, and unfortunately Rose drank his drink. Now then, this is a very interesting image. We got a very vicious looking dog and a guy with a gun. Okay, let's make a start on book 6. The explosive events in the forest cabin. Okay, well this isn't looking particularly explosive. Burkham Workhouse, okay. Henchman for hire in Timberbrook region. Billy Cracker, Oakwood Gang, Brawler, Robber. Hardy Abe, Burkham Workhouse, Brawler, has a cart. Okay. Little Billy, Hobbs Gang, Burglar, enters through chimneys. And Jack Nails, Timberbrook Inn, Burglar, Picklock. Okay. Well, I mean, this is the only guy who has a cart, so I would assume he's involved. A box of confectionery, okay. And a picture of some hats, alright. Oh, okay, we're not going to comment on that? Okay. This horse looks terrified. This horse looks like it's seen some shit. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. The man is breathing but appears to have lost consciousness. I do not care what means you use to acquire what I need, but remember to be discreet as always. Note that I do not want it too decayed. The more recently it has died, the better. EC. Okay. Here's the thing, there are only so many things that can decay, and all of them are natural. This is... And he's leaning over a coffin. That is a coffin. That... Oh my... That... I didn't notice. I just saw the guy with the blood. This... He's not leaning over a corpse, is he? One of the old workhouse geezers croaked yesterday. I will arrange for a cart to move the corpse if you send me directions. And be quick, before they bury him. I do not want to dig up that stiff. Oh, okay. Okay, we're starting off dark here. 5 shillings and 3p. A loaded pistol. Oh! A scarecrow in a wooden coffin. Okay, so... Well, this scarecrow is no corpse. There's trickery afoot here. Ah, by the gods, what was that? Another familiar face. Oh god, who are you? That's David Goran, obviously. I can remember his name. It's come up repeatedly. This wasn't the assassin. The assassin was Ada Baker. Lucia. I remember her name was Lucia. She likes smutty romance novels and witchcraft maybe. Gentleman robber strikes in Westbrook. The infamous gentleman robber, Walter Keane, with a number of unnamed associates, held up a coach on the southern road leading out of Westbrook. The scoundrel robbed the passengers of all their valuables, kissed a young lady, then left. This is already the 5th robbery by the infamous gentleman, who, as is his custom, appeared wearing an impeccable suit and a new hat in the latest city style. The reward for catching Walter Keane has been increased to £100. Okay, that's pretty substantial for this time period. September 15th, 1780. I mean, impeccable suit, fancy hat. I think it's pretty safe to say that this is Walter Keane. Okay. Everyone, you are not to visit any village or city without my permission. At no point may you disclose the location of the cabin. Mr. David Gorin, you are in charge of all security and arms. Mrs. Lucia Smith, you will taste any food you cook before it is presented to me. Yeah, Edmund has learned. After his sister got poisoned, he has learned. Little Pip, you are in charge of Black Bestia and Golden Doubloon. Both must be fed daily. Edmund Cloudsley. Okay, and his little Pip. Go, Coin, go! Golden Doubloon. That is an angry-looking dog. I thought the horse had seen some shit. This dog looked at. I have stared into the pits of hell. The abyss stared back. God damn. Ah! I mean, yeah, you've got a dog coming after you. And a ring with a ruby. Hold up. Let me see. Was it you? No, not this one. Not this one. That is a very fancy hat. That is an extremely fancy hat. Everyone who has had this ring, okay, almost everyone, the lawyer in, I think it was chapter 3 or book 3, he had a ring like this. We haven't been able to tie him to the cult, but everyone else, we have been able to tie back to the Brotherhood. And I said at the time, if you are in a cult and you are writing a will, then I could see you going up to like, hey, fellow cult members, are any of you lawyers? Oh, you are? Then help me write my will. I could see that line of logic. Yeah, I think this is the guy who was investigating Willard's death. A sword, a wrapped piece of confectionery matching the confectionery in the cart, a loaded pistol. Also, I should just say, my speech may be a tad slurred. We're going through a heatwave. I'm currently recording this at 1 a.m. because this is the only time when it's relatively cool. And even still, it is boiling hot. My computer, the CPU temperature is 66 degrees Celsius. It is roasting hot. And yeah, it is affecting my speech. So apologies if I sound rather slurred. I'm not drunk, it's just the heat. Okay. We also have this room. Woo! So he's being blown back. The force is blowing him back. Okay. Alright. Okay, so this is some sort of tampering. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't a case of the lock being picked. This is a case of, okay, we're gonna break in. He's shocked. And he's got a club. I finally have the location of my target. Meet us on November 10th, Friday, in the Timberbrook Inn and bring all your tools. You get your share as we agreed. WK, Walter Keane. Okay, yeah. Walter is a member of the Brotherhood of Masks. He's trying to track down the idol. It all leads back to the idol. A set of lockpicks, a loaded pistol, and a saw. A shard of vase. Okay. A small weight is tied to the back. Oh, a small weight is tied to a pull-down lever at the back of the idol. We've seen that the idol has some kind of magic about it. It managed to set, I believe it was James' pair on fire. And now it's caused some kind of explosion. Oh, hello. Okay, you have... Those are either badminton rackets or nails. Probably nails. This guy does not strike me as the type of person to play badminton. A rotten apple and a green apple. Okay. Hello. Monogrammed pajamas. Hello, Edmund. Oh. What? Okay, this clue has been added to the thinking panel. Vacuum version 1, the hook and an O. This simply did not work. After I aimed at the sealed vessel and activated the idol, both air and the vessel disappeared. Upon further consideration, it was an obvious mistake. Vacuum version 2, the hook and 2 squares. Attempted with this input and it was a definite improvement. I decreased the amount of air, but curiously still did not create a complete vacuum in the sealed vessel. I am gonna forget all of this. Gold filtering. The target must contain some gold for this to work. Seawater is a suitable target, for example. However, a great deal of seawater would be required for this to yield any significant amount. Perhaps I should try it on a ship in an open sea. Hook, hourglass, and... oh, hook with a dot. Okay. Hourglass and a crayon, that's what I'm calling that. First step, get gold by aiming at target. Hook with no dot, hourglass and a crayon. Second step, aim at an empty vessel to retrieve it. Okay, so this is the symbol for gold. Hook with a dot is taking things in. Hook with no dot is pushing it out. I think. Yeah, so he's attempting to take in air. And it didn't work with this combination. But this one it did. Okay. Okay. Unknown effect 14. So push out something. If the implications of this are what I surmise, this could be a tremendous discovery. The next step is to progress from fruit to some more advanced organic matter. I must ask David to fetch me a dead body for further experiments. This is vitally urgent and we... So you could word this as he's managed to transfer freshness. But in simpler terms, how do I want to word this? He's made it young again. He's been able to transfer the vitality to make a really nice fresh apple, and then this one has become decayed. It's become older. Now, here's the thing. You could take that in a couple of ways. Either fetch me a dead body to see if I can bring it back from the dead, or fetch me a dead body and I'll see if I can de-age it. It'll still be dead, but it'll look younger. Sir, this is bad juju. This is bad juju. Why would you fuck about with this? Why? Because he's a prick. We know that the Cloudsley men are pricks. We know this. Okay, spontaneous combustion. This was... Okay, give me a minute. Let me find the gold one. Yeah. Take in, push out. Dot is taken. So, push out. This one again. And okay. Spontaneous combustion. You cannot combust the target if you have not performed the freezing beforehand. Interesting. The speed at which heat is increased appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and how long I have performed intake before it. Yeah, dot was intake, right? Yeah. Okay, so freezing is intake something. Yeah, this is expelling and it creates fire. This is intaking and it freezes. Observation. Freezing the target rapidly can create curious side effects. For instance, I should be careful when freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded and the glass shards flew everywhere. This was air. I remember that this was the air one. Okay. Safety notice. Upon pulling the trigger, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action on the target it can see. If its eye is red, it is ready for an expel input, and it will turn blue afterwards. If the eye is blue, you can only perform You can only perform intake input, and it will turn red afterwards. Okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense. So it needs to be empty to intake, and then obviously when it's full, you need to push it out. Okay. A loaded pistol. Okay. So I guess your luscious locks were a wig then. Oh. It was a pretty convincing wig. Yeah, we've got everything. No. Let's head out. Okay, let's see. What are we dealing with? There we go. Oh no. Okay. Okay, let's start with this one first. I feel like this one is going to be the easiest. So, we have David Goran, looking in pretty bad shape. Lucia Smith. That is Little Pip. Little Pip called the dog Coin, which would imply that this is Golden Doubloon. This is the guy with the fancy hat. So this would be... Where is it? Walter. Where are you, Walter? Walter Keen. This is Edmund Cloudsley. Now we just have these two left. Okay. Okay, let me see this list. I mean... Hardy Abe has to be one of them. There is a car out here. Jack Nails. No, where was it? There we go. Those are nails. Okay. So this one, I think, is Jack Nails, which would make this guy Hardy Abe. Okay, good stuff. Good. This is the one. This is the one where I'm like, oh no. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. Let me see your book. Okay. So I've been calling this intake and expel, or words to that effect. However, I'm thinking they're using increased and decreased. Because, I mean, that would... You decrease the gold from the water, and then you increase the gold... Maybe. Out of the remaining ones, I think increase and decrease make the most sense. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to assume that that one is decrease. Decrease. Increase. This one is obviously gold. I think this one is air. Let's see. Okay, so this one... Yeah, this was the one of freezing. So yeah, decrease the heat and then increase heat. This one I'm still not sure about. So yeah, I think that one is heat. Out of all of them, I'm looking at matter. I'm looking at matter there. Where was it? You. There's no option for this symbol. This one is being left vague. I just wanna... Yeah, so for here, I think he was trying to decrease matter. Yeah, and it just didn't work, and then he realised, oh, I need to target the air. Yeah, he says both the air and the vessel disappeared, and he's like, no, I don't want the vessel to disappear, just the air. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can safely assume, bearing in mind the apples, I think this is increase matter time. Because for this one, yes, so increase the heat of the matter and then decrease the heat of the matter. Yeah, he's found a potion of youth almost. I don't know if it can bring back the dead. I think potentially that's what he was going to find out. Can this thing bring back the dead? But at the very least, it can make something... If it can make an apple younger, in inverted commas there, Edmund, what are you doing, Edmund? Okay, there we go. Good stuff. I mean, Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse for his experiments. Where is it? Corpse. Walter Keane, along with accomplices, delivered a corpse. Oh no, wait, they delivered a coffin. Excuse me, they delivered a coffin with a fake corpse. Upon entering, blank blank suddenly blank blank blank. Meanwhile, blank 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 the amount of blank in a sealed blank. Okay. Okay, well, it was a sealed vase. I believe he decreased the air. No, he increased the air. Increased air. So this would be Edmund. Upon entering. I mean... Okay. So Walter Keane, he wants the idol back. He's created this little gang of thugs. Presumably he's not really told them why he's here. I mean, none of them have any rings. They aren't members of the cult. They're just thugs. They're hired thieves. So presumably he's just said, hey, we're robbing the joint. They rock up, hey, we've got your corpse. I just... Hold up. Saying that, this could also be David Goran. David Goran needed a corpse. Trickery and mischief. So David, a man of many talents, but apparently he doesn't know where to find a corpse. Sir, just go to a graveyard and dig up a body. Like, it's not that hard. Mate, it is not that hard. But instead he's like, I'll ask for outside help. Walter Keane takes advantage of this, saying like, oh yeah, I can totally get you a corpse. They rock up with the coffin. He opens it up being like, hold up, what is this? And he gets bashed over the head. This is the only guy with a bashing implement, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's got a gun. And he's got a sword. Okay. They both technically needed the corpse, so I think I'm gonna leave that. For the moment, I'm gonna leave that as Edmund needed the corpse. So, okay, upon entering, Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed. God, where is it? David Goran. Yeah, that. If it was a stab, well, what? If it was a gunshot, there's a guy with a gun. If it was a gunshot, then he would not. He would not be breathing right now. If he had been shot in the back of the head, he would be dead as dicks. And if he had been sliced with a sword, there'd be like a massive wound. This is a club. This is 100% a club. I feel pretty confident in that. Also, to be kind of blunt, if he wasn't clubbed, then what is this guy here for? Yeah, he brought the cart, but like, sir, do something, please. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that he was clubbed. Not certain about this one, though. Meanwhile, Edmund Cloudsley increased the amount of air in a sealed vase. When Hardy Abe and it'd be Jack Nails entered the room, the vase exploded. And okay, so these where are they? These again, I'm sorry, it's the heat. It's the heat, and I'm forgetting where people are located. So these two are the dead guys. The vase exploded and killed them both. Okay. To gain entrance to Edmund Cloudsley's secret forest cabin, gentleman robber Walter Keane pretended to deliver a corpse to Edmund for his experiments. On entering the cabin, the robbers ambushed the servants and Edmund locked himself in his study. While the robbers were sawing through the lock, Edmund prepared a trap with the idol that killed 2 of the intruders. There we go. Oh, hello. Then, Sir Coroner, the bandits accidentally set off my master's laboratory chemical ingredients. What happened afterwards? I managed to fend the rest of them off, but my master Lord Edmund Cloudsley got caught in the blast, which severely disfigured him, and soon afterwards he died, bless his soul. Shit! On one hand, I don't trust this, because Edmund seems like a major player. He's the one who is really interested in this idol, and here's the thing, the guy starts off with a lie. And admittedly, you know, oh yeah, we've been dealing with this magical golden idol, and I presume that my master managed to set up some kind of explosion with it. He'd think, oh, he's crazy. The head wound's gotten to him. But shit, Edmund can't really be dead. He was a prick, but an enjoyable prick. Damn, here's the thing, with Edmund dead... oh, hello, well, you look creepy. With Edmund dead, I'm not entirely sure where this story is going to go. I mean, one, what happened to the golden idol? Did Walter Keane manage to grab it? I notice a lot of masks, the Brotherhood of Masks, so perhaps he did manage to get it. Perhaps he did manage to get it in the chaos. Maybe we're gonna see Peter going... I know I keep bringing it back to Peter Batley, but... I mean, who else is left in the Cloudsleys? Rose is dead. I'm trying to think back. The will reading, it got left to 4 people, right? Where's the will? You had the will, I think. Okay, no, here we go. Yeah, so it got left to 4 people. Rose is dead. Edmund's dead. Willard is dead. That just leaves Peter. Peter is the final remaining Cloudsley, or Cloudsley descendant, so maybe David would go to Peter and say, hey, I've got information that you might be interested in. You're really in debt. Let's go get the idol. Maybe? Ooh. That is intriguing. That is intriguing, and unfortunately I am out of time for this episode. In the next one, we make a start on Chapter 3, The Ascent. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.